Are you tired of those echoes and bad room sounds? In this episode of Podcastification, I'm going to tell you how you can get better podcast audio from a bad room. My name is Kerry Green, and I am the Client Happiness Guy at PodcastFastTrack.com, and this is Podcastification. This show is all about podcasting. How to do it, how not to do it, best practices, interesting news items that have to do with the realm of podcasting, and who knows what else. And I'm trying to do it all with a little bit of fun and some information to help you get a show going, keep yours going, or make it better. And if you like what's going on here on the show, I would appreciate it, so appreciate it, if you could leave a rating or review on iTunes. You can find out how to do that at podcastfasttrack.com/review. That's enough of that kind of stuff. Let's get you podcastificated right away. A bad recording space can ruin your podcast audio. Yep, I said ruin it. What makes a room a bad place to record? There are probably many things, but here's a list of the top 3 room issues, and I'm going to help you address each of those in this episode. The first one is a large room. The second one is lots of hard surfaces in the room. You know, walls, floors, furniture, glass, windows, etc. And thirdly, a hardwood or tile floor. Now, all those and more cause the sound waves your voice is producing to bounce around the room. That creates echoes and residual noise that your microphone can and will capture. Now, once I've stated these 3 issues so clearly, the solutions to them seem pretty obvious. But I'm going to walk you through my favorite ways to solve them. Then, before we finish, I'm going to cover some extra steps you can take if you want to take serious control of your sound quality. Number 1, get out of that large room. Think of it this way. The more space there is between your mouth and the walls of your room, the more distance the sound wave has to travel. And as sound waves travel, they get wider, like ripples in a pond. That means by the time they hit the wall 15 feet across from you, they have a larger profile. Then they bounce off that wall and head toward another wall. Eventually, you'll have a lot of large sound waves bouncing from wall to wall and into each other, causing an echoing nightmare from an audio quality perspective. The solution is simple. Move your recording space into a smaller room. The less square footage, the better your sound quality. Number 2, get rid of the hard surfaces. Now, of course, you can't remove walls and windows, but you can add things to the room to make them less hard, if you want to think of it that way. Some simple things like wall hangings, tapestries, curtains, canvas pictures on the walls, those kinds of things. You could put overstuffed furniture instead of hard furniture in the room. Or you can place a thin blanket over your desk surface to keep sounds from bouncing off of it. Get creative here. Anything you can do to make hard surfaces soft will make your room a better recording space. Some people go all the way and purchase acoustic foam to hang on the walls of their studio. And I have a link for some acoustic foam, and it is an affiliate link on the show notes page for this episode. That's at podcastfasttrack.com/badroom. But you don't have to buy expensive acoustic foam. You can use eggshell-type foam mattress toppers if that's all you can find. It may not be studio quality foam, but it beats the hard wall that you have now. In all honesty, that's what I have hanging on my walls right now. And here's a true story. When I first began podcasting, the only space I could use to set up my desk and my studio was in our walk-in closet. I didn't realize it at the time, but that was the best move I could have made, acoustically speaking. The hanging clothes and blankets we had up on the shelves and things like that all made that an ideal place to record a podcast. Number 3, cover the floor. If the only thing you did to improve your podcast sound quality was to cover your hardwood or stone floor with an area rug, you'd be amazed at the difference it makes. And it doesn't have to be a hideous shag rug, just a normal area rug will do the trick. When you do this, you're eliminating the effect of one of the most sound-reflective hard surfaces in your room. The echo will diminish, the room noise will decrease, guaranteed. Now here's those extra steps I mentioned. that you can take to improve the sound quality of your podcast studio. These things have to do with changes you can make to the equipment you use. You might be thinking about dollar signs the moment I mention equipment, but I'm going to give you a couple of options that don't have to be very expensive. First of all, change your microphone. You don't necessarily need an expensive microphone, but you do need the right kind of microphone. You see, there's two basic types of microphones, condenser microphones and dynamic microphones. What you want for podcasting is a dynamic microphone, and I know there's some debate about that, but that's my opinion. The reason is because of the way that the two different microphones are made. I like to think of it this way. Every microphone picks up the sounds that surround its head. How large of an area around the head the microphone is going to pick up depends on what kind of microphone it is. A condenser microphone picks up the sounds in a larger area around the head, and a dynamic microphone picks up the sounds in a smaller area around the head. Take a few seconds to think that through, and you might realize that your microphone is the main reason you have lots of room noise in your podcast recordings. And there are some very inexpensive dynamic microphones out there these days. I'll give you two recommendations. The first is the Audio-Technica ATR 2100, and I have an affiliate link for that in the show notes. I have one of these microphones in my backpack all the time. It plugs in via USB and XLR. It's a great mic. And right now, it only costs $69 through my affiliate link. And you can find that at podcastfasttrack.com/badroom. Now, the second microphone I'm going to recommend is the one I'm speaking on right now. It's the Audio-Technica ATR 2005. And I have an affiliate link to that in my show notes as well. This is the microphone I've used as my main podcast recording microphone since I started podcasting. It's a great mic, and it only costs $79. Now, the second thing you can do after you address microphone issues, or I guess even before if you want to give this a try, is to modify your microphone setup. There are some very clever and very effective DIY hacks you can do to surround your microphone with sound-absorbing materials. Here's one that won't cost you anything. I've heard of people stacking stiff couch pillows around the sides and back of their microphone with another lying across the top. Hey, if it works, why not try it? But the most impressive and effective one that I've seen is from a guy named Joe on YouTube who created his own little vocal booth to surround his microphone. He used acoustic foam he bought off the internet and a portable box from IKEA that collapses, and that's it. But the really cool part is that his video shows exactly how he did it, and he does a before and after recording. The results are amazing. I'll have that video embedded in the show notes for this episode, which you can find at podcastfasttrack.com/badroom. You probably need to improve the sound quality of your room, or else you wouldn't have listened to the episode this far. So what are you going to do to improve your sound in the room that you're recording in? I'd love to hear the steps you're taking. Maybe you'll come up with something not mentioned here that could help others. Please leave your comments and suggestions at podcastfasttrack.com/badroom. Hey, thanks for listening. This show is brought to you by Podcast Fast Track, where my team provides professional podcasting services without the time suck. Full production, editing, and show notes, all in one monthly subscription package. You can find out more at podcastfasttrack.com. Now go out and make it a podcastificating day.